in front of me. Definitely didn't distract me.
Just had to distract.
I've been known to get lock on. Just sorry about that. So that's screwing things already.
Woo!
Hello everyone. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Mark, can you hear me over there? Are you right around the corner?
Yeah.
May I start off by saying, Emily, you look stunning. And my brother is a lucky man. I'm sure you all agree. And to add, the bridesmaids look lovely as well. So I'd like to say that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, every now and then we get a rare opportunity to speak of a man who's witty, charming, intelligent and good looking. But really I shouldn't be talking about myself. After all. I'm sure you all agree it's been a fantastic day so far.
Whee!
But unfortunately, every silver lining has a cloud, and that comes in the form of me to be the best man. So I'll try not to be too hard. And it really has been an honour to fulfil this role, and for Simon to finally admit I really am the best man. Now Simon was a bit worried for some strange reason about this speech, and was under an illusion I would give the in-laws the wrong impression, or humiliate him somehow, or reveal some facts he would rather remain hidden. So he gave me a list of some subjects that he would rather me not mention. I've got the list here. The Watermelon 91, I'm sure what happened that year. Pony Club Camp 92, 93, 94. This one's a funny one because he's told me about this one. He said the Village Mule, but there's no year, so that may be quite recent. Hope it wasn't while you were with Emily. Middlesbrough Rugby Tour 95-96. Ibiza 99. Anyway, you get the impression. I've got the short list here. That's the short list. We haven't got time for that. I've got to keep it under 10 minutes apparently. So, please do.
Please do.
On a serious note, I've always tried to look out for my little brother. All the pain and suffering I inflicted on Simon was for his own good, to get him from saying all the time, or singing it, I'm a little teapot. All the time.
Did like that song.
Or impersonating Michael Jackson. I noticed Mark's laughing over there. He was like partner in crime with that one.
Jackson too.
In his defence, though, he was only 15 at the time, so growing up, we had a great time at Manor Farm. We had many fond memories. As all young boys, we had a bit of a cheeky side and got up to mischief now and again. I'm sure Mum and Dad will agree we weren't all that bad. Our big brother Jamie would always keep a watchful eye over us as well. But when we did get into trouble, it was every man for himself. I was very athletic and fast on my feet, and to save my own skin, I would sometimes do a deal with Mum. I would be required to catch Simon and present him to Mum to the wooden spoon. I always caught him. He never got away. Simon at a young age fancied himself as being good at DIY. I asked him to put a multi-gym together I was given for my birthday. I paid him £5 and left him to it. When I came back, it looked all good, however, there was a big box full of leftover nuts and bolts. It was at this point I thought all those times of catching him and presenting him to Mum for the wooden spoon had finally got to him, and he came up with an elaborate plan to put my gym together for me to have a fatal accident while working out. Then it dawned on me, hang on, it's Simon. He's not that bright. That's amazing. Jamie was left to put the multi-gym together in its rightful form.
Well done, Jamie.
Yeah, well
I had him.
Now, Simon was a bit of a crybaby and mummy's boy growing up. He'd be about 12. I recall Dad taking him for a haircut. He had beautiful blonde curly hair back then. You can't believe it now, but he had beautiful blonde curly hair when he was growing up when he was a young lad. And he was very cocky. I'll ask Mark to do it because he's better at me. He would moonwalk into the sea. That's not exactly how he done it. I want Mark to come up and impress it. He would moonwalk into
Go on, Mark. Go on, Mark. Woo! Go on, Mark.
I'm sick.
Do you moonwalk?
Do your moonwalk. Moonwalk.
Moonwalk, man. Do the moonwalk.
Go on, Mark.
Even though it's a 6-year-old.
Hey! Woo!
I don't even think mine's better than yours. Do I grab my
Hey! Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
Very cool.
Dad.
Moving on. Dad said to the hairdresser, just give him a number 1 all over. My dad not thinking a number 1 is down to the bone, and Simon looking in the mirror expecting a trim, and me sat watching on, knowing but not saying a thing. The clippers went straight through the middle of his scalp. Simon started crying. I started crying with laughter. My dad, when seeing the result, was shocked. He said, "Oh, it's not that bad." Then Simon went to school the next day in fear of what people would say. Put it this way, nobody messed with him for 3 weeks until he grew back. It turned out it wasn't too bad in the end, because people were always picking on him.
Jonathan was picking.
Well, that was
Hasn't changed.
I know you all think now I'm a terrible brother,
Yeah.
but I'm still standing up here today to tell you these stories as best man. That's because we had lots of good times together. I beat the 99, which I can't mention, along with Pony Club Camp, 92. I've always tried to be there for him at school on the occasional time someone would want to beat him up for impersonating Michael Jackson. As this speech draws to a close, I have some cards to read out. Not too many though, as I'm sure you're all very hungry. I would have said that before the canapes. I haven't had any yet, but I'm sure it's now, so that was in my line of speech, but I may have to have changed that one. So I've just got a couple of cards here. I'll just read out. It won't take long. Just from some people that couldn't be here. So I'll just start off with this one. To Simon and Emily, sorry we can't be there. Sending you our best wishes on your wedding day from Cape Town. Lots of love from Mike and Yvette. That's a lovely one, that. And I've got one here. This one's just to Simon. To Simon, thanks for the weekends lazing by the pool. I do hope you have made the right choice. All my love, Michael Barrymore. I'm worried about you. But seriously, I've not got a bad word to say about my brother Simon. You would not meet a more generous, funny, kind person, and I'm proud to call him my brother. I'm really pleased he has met Emily. She has always been there for me with words of wisdom. Which I need, I think. You're not going to get to hear his best man speech, but I'm sure that will come into it.
Yeah, he'd be for 99 with a strong dementia.
I feel Simon and Emily complement each other, and anyone lucky enough to know the both of them will know what I mean. The last thing to do is to congratulate the happy couple. So ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Steele.
Mr. and Mrs. Steele.